一个旁的情况说这个institution take it away now, please.
Thank you, Jesse, for that wonderful introduction. Hello, everyone. Welcome to episode number 138.
7.
I checked my phone earlier, and I think you're incorrect. It says right there, 137 was last week.
Oh,
This is
shit.
episode number 138.
Jesus.
God. Of all odds with the Unbreakable Spirit.
And the Executioner, yo, Charter.
I am Matthew Smith, aka the Unbreakable Spirit. Let's run through the topics real quick.
Number 1.
My iPad just fell asleep. Yeah. Undertaker doesn't think Tony Khan is a good leader, and why we agree.
Number 2.
Our thoughts on the White Six debut.
Number 3.
The results to WWE Clash of the Castle. And before we get into topic 1, I did want to say we have an announcement after the Clash of the Castle results. If you want to hear that, stick around. So, since this is an even number episode, I started off, which means 3, 2, 1 timer. So, Undertaker is completely right. Tony Khan is not a good leader.
Hell no.
Like, if you go back like 2 weeks or so, we gave our thoughts on AEW. You can listen to it. And yeah, it's just like Tony's. I said it in the bonus. Tony's the type of boss that wants you to grab a beer with him. Not one that actually asserts his authority.
Hey, buddy. Yeah, sure, you can go do whatever the fuck you want on live TV.
Shut up, Siri. I didn't say your name.
But it's like, yeah. It's like, yeah. Hey, you want to go grab a drink? Yeah, let's do that versus doing what the fuck you tell me to do, bro. You're my boss. Boss me.
Yeah. It's just I feel like this is going to go into another rant about AEW, but honestly, what do you expect from us?
Yeah.
Part of the reason I think Tony Khan isn't a good boss, and agree with The Undertaker, is his company doesn't have structure.
No, but okay, I'm gonna use my own work, my job for a living. I'm gonna borrow from real life here. My actual boss, Bridget, that I work for, is and this is gonna sound utterly insane what I'm about to say. I feel like she would probably be more equipped to run a fucking wrestling company than Tony Khan.
Yeah, because she actually asserts her authority.
She does. Like, she's the kind of person that's like, hey, she'll be your friend, but at the same time,
if
she'll be your boss.
Around, she will get on your case.
Exactly. I thought I'd say that.
Hey, you might get some brownie points from your boss if she listens to this.
I'll tell her that. Like, hey, just be so yeah. That's what I thought I said, because I'm like, dude, if you run a business, especially if it's like a big, I'm on national TV fucking business, do your job. Like, okay, like, hang on, I need to get this out of the way, but if you're gonna take like a fucking Meltzer driver and you go on NFL Network and say something about, hey, WWE's I forget what you said about WWE, but I'm like, dude, what the hell?
Yeah, you said you're going to be an alternative to WWE, and instead you're becoming a joke.
You said, oh yeah, you said WWE's going to be the heart. You said that, hey, WWE's the Harvey Weinstein of professional wrestling. That's what he said.
I don't know who that is, but I'm assuming it's supposed to be an insult.
I think so.
But yeah, if Undertaker, the WWE guy, the only other company he worked for a brief period was like the NWA or something.
No, WCW.
Yeah, WCW under the name Mark Calloway, his real name. If the Undertaker, someone who never left WWE after signing with it, is saying that you're not a leader, and Undertaker, for the record, he was the locker room leader for like 3 decades or so.
Yeah, in Wrestler's Court, he was the damn judge.
Yeah, I can just imagine Undertaker being like, court is now in session for the misbehavior of
Okay,
blank.
I don't know if he'd be in character for that, though. Probably.
I know, I'm just saying, like, me as a fan, that's what I imagine.
Yeah, but what are your thoughts?
I mean, to quote Bobby Fish, where's the lie?
Yeah, because, like, dude, here's the thing. If you run any company and you want to be friends with the people that, you're supposed to be the boss of, you need to have somebody else running your shit.
Yeah, if you want to be the boss and be friends with people you're responsible for, someone needs to you in the face.
Yeah.
Or slap you in the face, pretty much. Oh, I heard my hand doing that.
But, okay.
Haven't heard that in a while on the podcast.
Yeah, but here's my thought. It's like, dude, if you're running, like, okay, I'll put it to everyone a different way. Running a company, you need to be able to be like, hey, you need to be able to, like, you need to be able to be a boss, but at the same time, be a friend.
Yeah.
When you're in the,
But if you can't be a friend and a boss, just
pick
be
one.
a boss.
Pick one.
Yeah, just
Pick
be a
your lane and
boss.
stick.
I actually
Pick.
remember the timer if you couldn't hear it.
Yeah, I did.
So
Pick a lane and
anyways,
stick to one.
yeah. Damn it, you stole my final thoughts. But yeah,
Ah,
as for the final thoughts, Daniel sums it up pretty well. If you can't be a boss and a friend, just pick a lane and stick to it.
yeah.
If we were running a wrestling promotion, I would prefer to be a boss over a friend. And maybe that's why people are unhappy in your company. There's no structure.
Yeah. Is that your final thoughts?
Yeah.
My final thoughts is, bro, if you're gonna be the boss of a big billion-dollar wrestling company that's been on TV for 5 years, maybe don't book yourself in large arenas and book yourself in small arenas if where the hard cam is, there's not a whole lot of people.
Yeah, if you don't know what we're talking about, look up on Google Images pictures AEW doesn't want you to see.
And the last thing I'm gonna say is like, dude, the problem with AEW is that if I'm in the middle of like a promo battle with someone and you fully well discussed what we're gonna talk about, but you decide to go off script, that's not cool. That's not like running a business and you don't take control of it or anything regarding the situation. But yeah, that's all I gotta say.
Yeah, we'll be right back with topic number 2. 1.
Well, gentlemen, welcome back to topic number 2. Our thoughts on the Wyatt Six debut, and all I gotta say is, I want no smoke.
Yeah, I sent you something on Instagram earlier. Did you see it?
No.
All right, I'm gonna pull up the message after I start the timer.
But yeah, I want no smoke. None of that.
You saying that is what reminded me of it. I sent you a post from Nico Extra One on Instagram. It has a quote from Jey Uso
Oh, yeah, I
saying,
saw.
"Yeah, he said, listen, Bray Wyatt is my boy, but his family is back now. If they want the Fireflies, they can have them. I don't want the smoke, yeet."
Okay, because here's my genuine question: when the Wyatt Six, the Wyatt Six debut, and this is just my honest thoughts, is the way they debuted like the Fiend, but also kind of like how Bray did when he returned, and how they just left a bunch of dead bodies. Like, who are
Yeah,
they
I
gonna
will
feud?
tell you most of them were just extras, and then there was Chad Gable.
But like when you see people like Gunther, Chad Gable, like who the hell are they? Like, here's my genuine question: who are they gonna feud with?
Well, yeah, I can actually tell you the name of all the 5 wrestlers in
I
the
don't.
Wyatt Six.
I don't want to know. It takes the fun out of the mystery if you think about it.
I mean, you
But go,
already know who they are, anyways.
yeah, go ahead.
All right, Sister Abigail is Nikki Cross. Not
Figured
surprising. Huskus the Pig is the debuting Joe Gacy.
that was Husky.
Yeah.
Oh,
I think Mercy is Dexter Loomis.
that makes total sense.
Yeah, Ramblin' Rabbit is the returning Eric Rowan.
Okay.
And then there's Uncle Howdy, who, well, we all know who he is. Now, I will say, Wyatt Six is not spelled S-I-X. It's like sick, S-I-C-K. And then there's either a 6 at the end or an S, and if it was S-I-X, the 6th one obviously would have been Bray.
Wait,
But that's
cause
not happening.
wait, is it? I thought one of them was Joe Gacy.
Yeah, Huskus. I was just saying that if Bray was still alive, he would have made up the 6th member.
Ah,
But they had to change the name because of his unfortunate passing.
yeah. What is your thoughts on Because I will before you say your thoughts, I will say the way they debuted, like the amount of destruction they did just going off the earth, like damn. What are your thoughts?
Yeah, I watched it on YouTube afterwards because I had some medicine to take before Raw went off the air, so I didn't see it live. But I did see it on YouTube like an hour or two after it was off the air. Yeah, I'm scared to see what they can do in the ring.
Yeah, because my genuine thoughts is like,
And I'm
okay,
gonna quote what you and Jay said. I don't want the smoke.
nope, nope.
That's why I'm not a wrestler.
Well,
I'm
okay,
just a mark.
because here's the thing: if I was a wrestler, um, I because don't can I just say something? And I've heard people some theories. Has anyone noticed that Seth, the only 2 people that after what happened with with Drew McIntyre and for some reason and CM Punk was in the arena. Don't you find that a little bit suspicious?
What do you mean?
Think about it. The same nights the Wyatts return, both of those guys were nowhere in sight.
And good for them, to be honest. But wait, did Drew McIntyre quit on Raw
Supposedly. We'll talk about that.
for storyline purposes?
I think.
Yeah,
But
that's a topic for a potential later date, but we're not going to get into it here.
no, but my thoughts on the Wyatt Six is if they treat this shit like a goddamn horror movie every single week, and they make me honestly question what the Wyatt Six is doing every single week, good. Because I don't want to have an immediate idea of what they're gonna do. Because if the Wyatt Six is just gonna be this murderous six groups of people, I'm intrigued to see. But I'm also wondering how this is going to affect the lore of on-screen television. If anybody they see, they try to murder, you know?
Good point, my man. Good point.
Because it's like, so if you so it's like, okay, so if you're qualifying for Money in the Bank and the Wyatt Six murders you, is that it? You're done?
I mean, Chad Gable's been pulled from the Money in the Bank ladder match, according to Ringside News.
What do you got to add on to that?
I mean, like, if you are not a fan of horror movies, you're not going to enjoy the Wyatt Six. Because they are freaky. And how about you do your final thought?
My final thoughts are I am very intrigued, to be honest, what the Wyatt Six does. And I wouldn't want to be a wrestler that has a championship or anything, or just anywhere near the Wyatt Six, because I don't want any part of that shit if I was an on-screen wrestler. Hell,
Yeah.
because hell, for all you know, they could just randomly decide whether they want to go after Pat McAfee and his crew on his show.
I mean, I did something that, like, they called out or something.
Like, what's their goal? What are they planning? I am all very intrigued. And I'm wondering on how they're going to keep Bray Wyatt, on how different Uncle Howdy's going to be. Because if this is the new Uncle Howdy, I don't want any of that shit.
Yeah, I don't either.
What are your thoughts? Floor is yours.
Yeah, I'm interested to see how this plays out. But for now, we'll be right back with the results. And trying to get a number here. There we go. And we are back with the third and final topic. And I'm not timing this because it's the results of the WWE Clash in the Castle live from Glasgow, Scotland prediction battle.
Punishment?
The punishment is the loser has to watch a live action Disney movie. Anyways, I'm going to be going in order that we predicted as per usual.
Yep.
So we started off with what was obviously the main event. Drew McIntyre versus Damian Priest for the World Championship, Heavyweight Championship.
Very good match. Not gonna lie.
Yeah, it was a good match.
But that ending, bruh.
Yeah, I did not watch Process when it was on the air, so I avoided social media for pretty much that entire day.
Yeah. So for those of you who have been living underneath a rock, his referee got knocked down twice in crucial point of match.
Cliche.
But no, I will admit that is one of the most clever ways I've ever seen WWE screw. Like I've heard of screwing your enemy, but that is one of the most clever things I've ever seen.
Yeah.
Because The referee got knocked out. We thought, oh shit, Drew McIntyre's gonna win. New referee comes in. 1, 2, peace.
Stops the count. It's CM Punk.
McIntyre loses his shit. No, Punk. Yeah, McIntyre loses his shit. Drew Punk low blows him. South of Heaven chokeslam. 1, 2, 3.
Yeah, and keep in mind, CM Punk's gonna be on SmackDown this Friday. I wonder if there are gonna be any repercussions. For the
Yeah.
record, the only reason he's on SmackDown is because it's in Chicago.
I figured.
Yeah. Anyways, Daniel got it right. I'm just gonna say this right now. Tonight was not a good night for hometown heroes. I'm just gonna get that out of the way. Which gives
No.
Daniel 1 point.
Yes.
The next match we predicted was the WWE Women's Championship match. Bayley versus Piper Niven. It was okay. Like, it wasn't bad. But at the
No.
same time, it wasn't good.
Yeah. Bailey's like, honestly, sorry to say this. Bailey's had some matches with her run so far.
Yeah. And it doesn't help that she's separated from Damage Control, so, like, they can't mess her up in anything.
Yeah.
But anyways, Bayley retained, which gives me a point.
Well,
Meaning we're tied.
Uh-huh.
The match after that was for the Intercontinental Championship. Chad Gable's last chance.
Supposedly.
Probably why he got his skull cracked open on Raw.
Yeah, but I'm wondering if, this is something, I'm genuinely wondering if WWE's gonna work this into a way to change Chad Gable's character, you know?
Yeah, it could for sure.
I mean, hey, he did that for Seth Rollins after he fought Bray Wyatt.
Yeah.
And by
This
the way,
match was good, I guess.
This was Chad Gable's, according to Michael Cole, fifth. Like, dude, like, I know Chad, like, because you would think with Chad Gable signing a brand new deal that day, that, oh, you would think he's going to win the Intercontinental Championship because he signed a brand new deal.
But nope, Sami Zayn hit him with a haluva kick to the back of the head for the win.
Yeah.
That brings, and I'm gonna keep track of the score when I'm editing this, but that puts me in the lead if my recollection is correct.
Yeah.
Anyways, the match after that we predicted was the one that opened the show.
For some reason.
Honestly, the last match we predicted probably should have opened it. The I Quit match for the undisputed WWE Universal Championship.
Which I
Cody
don't know
Rhodes
why.
versus AJ Styles.
Which I don't know why they're calling it the undisputed WWE Championship. Pick a fucking name.
Yeah, this match was balls to the walls insanity.
Yeah, but what we need to talk about, because Cody Rhodes won again. But what we need to talk about, and this is to me the important thing, is after Cody Rhodes won, the Bloodline came out. Solo Sikoa was staring at that championship, but also Randy Orton was staring at that championship.
Triple threat at Money in the Bank?
Because here's my thing, and has anyone noticed this, that for the past 3 rivalries, Cody Rhodes' mother has been a part of it, and if Randy Orton's his next rivalry, you know where I'm going with that. Like, this is
Are,
radio
are, are
audience.
you saying a Papacino situation?
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking about. You want to turn Randy heel. That's the way to do it.
By RKOing an old woman?
It's not the first time
Oh
Randy's
wait,
done
you
it.
already did that to Mae Young.
Yeah, so this is the first
But
time.
the reason Cody's mom is always at ringside is apparently she's like his biggest fan or something. So that's
Okay.
why.
But
But
still,
yeah. Anyways, the final match we had was the women's tag triple threat match between the strongest Storm, Zoe Stark and Shayna Baszler, and the unholy union of Alpha Fire and Isla Dawn. This match probably should have opened the show, in my opinion.
yeah, this match was. There were some decent. The match was good, but it's just the way, like the
But they probably
unholy.
did a tag team triple threat the correct way.
True,
They probably
but
learned it from TNA.
yeah, but the way that the way the match was all right.
Yeah, it was alright. Wasn't the best, wasn't the worst.
Was there a match of the night in your opinion?
Probably the I Quit.
Eh, was it like it wasn't?
It's a toss up between that and the World Heavyweight Championship.
Okay, that's fair. But all these matches so far were decent. We're good.
Yeah. They were acceptable. How about we phrase it that way?
Yeah, all these matches were acceptable for a pay-per-view.
Yeah, but in the end, Daniel got that one right, making the score 3-2 in my favor, meaning I don't have to do the punishment. But hang on, people. I have the money. I have the get out of punishment free card. So Daniel, I'm gonna give
No.
you an ultimatum here.
Okay, what's the ultimatum?
I can either use, since your birthday is tomorrow, as of this recording, meaning this will come out on your birthday,
Yay!
I can either use my Get Out Punch free card on your behalf so you don't have to watch The Little Mermaid, or you can watch The Little Mermaid.
Sorry, bro, but I tell you, you're gonna have to watch it because I haven't seen that movie either. But I'm just like, yeah.
Well, I won, so I don't have to watch it. I'm using my Get Out punishment for you, so you don't have to watch it.
Oh yeah, I accept that term.
Yeah.
Because I've already lost
buddy.
3 in a row. Thank you. I've already lost 3 in a row.
Yeah, anyways, so that was all the results. Now on to the announcement.
Da 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 da.
People, Anas has been going on for almost 3 years now.
Fuck.
For almost 3 years, we have talked about solely wrestling, and we barely have an audience because of it. And I want to thank Travis's mom for this idea.
Mm-hmm.
Starting next week, Allies will not be solely a pro wrestling podcast.
What?
We will also be discussing pop culture. It'll go for like maybe 45 minutes or something. No, I was just talking about random stuff in pop culture.
Yes.
No 3 topics, no. And heck, maybe one of our evergreens, Fancasting Pro Wrestlers and Superheroes, will be one of those episodes.
Yep.
But starting next week on Add-ons episode 139,
Jesus Christ.
Add-ons will be a pro wrestling and pop culture podcast.
Yep.
With that said, I need to cue up the outro. I should have queued it up during the results.
What?
And also, with that said, thank you for listening to us for this. Add-ons is not going anywhere, hopefully, except for up. And I press the wrong button. With that said, Travis, you also need to be quiet for this. Thank you for listening to Add-Ons, hosted by the Unbreakable Spirit
And the execution.
edited
Ugh.
by the Unbreakable Spirit. You can follow me on Twitter and Instagram at MPS_life_0126.
You can follow me on Instagram at DanTravis21. And you can also follow me on the Twitter at Dan the Executioner21.
And you can follow the podcast at Add-Ons Podcast. We'll be back next week with more debates and discussions. But until then, the Executioner and the Unbreakable Spirit will still be at odds.
Thank you.
And our outro is officially inaccurate.
Yeah.